A new study just came out. You could all find it on the internet. The happiest women are married with a family. They're the happiest women. Now, are there unhappy women who are married with a family, or divorced with a family, or divorced with no children? Are there happy single women? All of these exceptions never teach you anything. There are people who die in a car crash because they wore a seatbelt. But the fact remains that seatbelts save lives. The fact remains that the happiest women are women who are married and have a family. Okay. So this should be your number one priority. Find a good man and make a family. Now, if you have career ambitions as well, that's fine. Nobody begrudges that. But you have to have priorities. And your chances of finding a good man at 21 are generally better than at 31. And they're generally better than at 41. And that is the way it works in real life, not in the make-believe world of college teachers. College teaches you make-believe, not reality. And that is a reality. Megan has decided, I was mentioning that earlier, who has been working with me for 6 years. Her husband got a better paying job in his field. He's in the medical arena, and he has got a better job in Georgia. They're moving to Georgia. And she will be full-time mom and wife. This very bright woman named Megan. And I think that proves how bright she is. You can always work later. Now, is it worth getting a degree and having a background so that if there is a divorce or there is a widowhood that you will be able to self-finance? Yes, I think all of that is true. But that doesn't negate the great idea of getting the great help in your life. The question is so interesting to me because of that, and especially, as I said, you're attending a Christian college. I don't know why the Christian college has not emphasized this. Maybe it has, and I just don't know about it. But they should. If it's true to Christendom, it should be emphasizing that. God, the number of women who've called my show in the course of my career, 50 years old, they have a PhD, and they're the CEO of a company, and they make well into 6 figures, but they go back to an empty house. And they will go back to an empty house the rest of their lives, most probably. How exactly does a PhD and any other initials like CEO fill that hole in one's life? As for the men, say, well, why don't you say this to men? Of course I say this to men. Men, you want to grow up? Get married. That's a fact. If you want to grow up, by the way, a lot of people don't want to grow up, but if you do want to grow up, get married. And if you want to grow up on steroids, get married and have children. That was inculcated in me at such a young age. There wasn't a day in my life, probably from the age of 11, I don't think I thought of it much at 10, but I might have, that I ever even considered the possibility that I wouldn't have a family. And in other words, I wouldn't get married and have a family.